I work as a creative designer for arena games, and what they do is they are trying to bridge normal traditional games, the games you guys play on your mobile phones. They are trying to incentivize them where you can get to earn their currency, which is called AGT, Arena Games Token, on blockchain. So that's what I do at Arena Games. And I'm here to talk about exploring opportunities in space. They put financial opportunities for me, but I remove financial opportunities like that financial because you will get to learn more than just exploring financial opportunities. I know say all of us we come here for we will get to like on this journey I want to take you get to learn more about exploring opportunity. There's more to opportunities than just money. It's more like the benefits of what you earn. It's more than financial benefits. I can say for a fact that what I gain in terms of knowledge and connection to people is more valuable to me than money. Because a recommendation where you be like, okay, he is good at what he does. It's better than what he does. And that is going to translate into your account. So I just hope you guys at the back again, please.
Yes.
Thank God. So let's go. I think I've limited time. Now, yeah. 20 minutes almost. So let's explore. I actually did this like yesterday. It's still rough and sketch. I just wanted to talk about like what's happening now. Yeah. Okay. Okay, for newbies here, I want to tell you one thing for a fact. There's something I've learned, and it has always been my mantra ever since I've been on the space. I've learned the hard way. What it is that the space, the blockchain space, always reward active people, like people, active participants. Whoever has been who has actively been in the space and have been working consistently, no matter what, provided you are still in the space, you will get rewarded. Just know that and keep on with that. If you are here for chasing the bag, you want to get pumps, easy pumps, buy shit coins and dump on people, it's fine with you. But there's something I would advise you. If you are here, be here to actually participate and learn. And obviously you will learn. There's no two ways about it. You just have to follow the step. There is always a step. So even life itself. There is nowhere you will go to and unless you want to go and do something illegal. But there is no space you will go to, even outside the blockchain space, even a traditional space too. It takes time. And it's even worse in the traditional space because there is so much sentiment, so much effort goes into you working for years. I work in the traditional space. I think I'll even start with a story. I think that will usher me into what I'm trying to say here. I would just like to tell you how, like, the space and the opportunities in the space are so much as limitless. In 2020, I was working for Reaching. Reaching is a Nigerian. There's this firm in Nigeria where they are into research writing. I'm a better writer than a designer. I will tell you for a fact. I'm a better writer than a designer. There's this in like there's how word play in my head and how I express it into writing is still something I cannot fathom. I'm not a world class writer, but I know personally I write better than a designer. And I used to write for Reaching. As at 2020, Reaching was paying me 10,000 naira for 4 articles. I'm not talking about anyhow articles, top-notch articles, where I have to do crazy research for weeks before I can get content to write. I really loved research, so I was doing it for the fun. I was so happy. I was working with Precious Achonon then, and she was our lead researcher. So what she did was, I used to do the research and I used to write. So it got to a point she was like, let me try out designs. Let me put some of my writings into designs. So I started doing design for her too. I'll say earning 10,000 for 4 articles in a month. And within that period, I would say I learned a lot because I learned how to be a better writer because she was a very good writer. I learned how to be a better researcher. She used to teach me how to research well. I don't know if anybody has heard of Eritrea here. It's strange to you guys, right? Okay, you know Eritrea. It will shock you to know Eritrea is a country in Africa. I didn't know anything about Eritrea until I started doing Richie, working with Richie. I learned about Eritrea. They are just like the North Korea of Africa. They are really censored. Don't feel bad if you don't know Eritrea. Like their government is working around the clock to make sure nobody knows Eritrea. Yes, their internet penetration rate is about 1, if not 2%. Not many of them are familiar with the internet. It's censored. They don't have TV. The TVs they have is just one, just like NTA. So everything is controlled by the government. Their football, you've heard of this funny thing that their footballers are running away when they come to play World Cup qualifiers, they will escape. So it's really sensitive. So I learned about Eritrea. What I'm trying to say is I learned a lot from them. And I didn't learn much, but I just got like so interested in how I was learning and building myself. So it got to a point I connected with a friend. He was a colleague in school who worked it, and he told me about some of the opportunities in the space. That was how I got to know about some of the opportunities I was missing in the space. I enrolled in ambassador programs. It was quite easy then to get ambassador jobs. Just have a polished portfolio. It doesn't have to be so much. And know how to speak English, write English, or you get a job. But now it's harder. But I think what I was trying to say is, okay, so so I just want us to explore some things. And the first thing I would like you to know when you want to explore opportunities in the space, the first thing you need to do is learn. If you are not willing to learn, you will not go. That's like the first thing I make sure is the first thing that will come up here. You should be willing to learn, regardless of the environment you find yourself. If you are money driven, you want to make money, we all want to make money. But if you don't have that desire to learn, it's going to take you so much time to make that money. Even if you feel you are making the money now. And you're going to get things easily done by learning. So one other thing I would like you to do is to not just learn how to connect with people, don't learn how to build, not just build your skill. It's very important to build your skill. It's very important to know what you are good at and build on it. But you should also learn the fundamentals of blockchain. It's very, very important. If you don't learn it, I wonder where you're going. Because you cannot market, you know if it's market 10 minutes. Yeah. You cannot market what you don't understand. If they give you something that you sell, they have to give you tutorship on it. You have to learn what you are marketing. So if you don't understand the fundamentals of blockchain and also understand the blockchain you are going into or the several blockchains you are going into rather, if you don't understand the fundamentals, you are going to be making a very big mistake. I am a fan of Cardano, yes, but I'm more of an 8 maxi and a Polygon maxi. My first knowledge for that. So I'm not so familiar with so many other blockchains in terms of their fundamentals. But the ones I know them in depth. I've tried to understand how they work and how they operate. And that's why it's very easy for me to get it's easier for me to get jobs in them. And also it's easier for me to connect with them, with people in them. But if you don't speak their language, if you don't speak what these people are speaking, it's going to be harder for you to connect with them. So you have to learn the fundamentals of blockchain. You have to understand how their consensus mechanism work. When you hear of proof of stake, proof of work, have you guys heard of delegated proof of stake? Some people have not heard of it. That was what Steemit and the likes were working on and were operating on. There are a lot of consensus mechanisms now. But I think you guys are more familiar with proof of work, proof of stake. Those are very, very yes, those are the basic ones. They are still in-depth ones you have to learn. And one thing about this learning process, it's ever evolving. You have to keep learning. Just put that mindset in you that I need to keep learning. That's one thing I've always taken pride in. And with the people, like the circle of friends I have, they are not complacent. They want to learn. They want to grow. And that's one of the biggest things you can have. If you can have that eagerness and zeal to learn, you are on the right track. So I actually put on the side here some of the um, skills you can learn in this space. It's an endless list rather, but I just put them in three segments, and out of sentiment, I added my design there. First, blockchain development is key. Those who are the OGs, they are the one making more money in the space. They are actually the ones building infrastructure we are all enjoying today. So that's like one of the best aspects that you can go into if you want to start learning in the space. That's one of the opportunity place you can go to. That's blockchain development. You can learn blockchain development. There are tons of programming languages in this in the blockchain space. The most popular one is Solidity, which we all know. And the good thing about what most blockchains are doing today is the fact that they are actually offering environments where people can build with Solidity, even on their chains. I know of Oasis very well. Oasis has this SDK function where you can actually build on Oasis with Solidity. It's very EVM compatible. So if you're a developer, you are learning, you are currently maybe you're familiar with Python and Rust and the likes. Some of those this are developer friendly. There are some things you can learn easily. Solidity is, I'm not saying it's easy to learn, but it's quite it's kind of developer friendly. If you are quite familiar with some of this programming language, you can easily learn Solidity over time. So one other sector you can go into is design. Design is for people who have passion in it. I know there are a couple of us who can craft out designs with Canva and the likes. Over time, you might need to scale up. You might need to start using more advanced softwares like Figma, Adobe's CC Suite, the likes, and the likes, Photoshop, Illustrator, and the likes. Just the thing is, it's all a process. It's a gradual process. You have to actually learn what you are good at and actually build on it. Then there's Web3 marketing. I believe you guys are all familiar with it. There's so much into Web3 marketing. It's not just the shilling and content creation and the thread writing we are all doing. There's so much into it, and there's lots of opportunity in there that you can leverage on and make money in the space. So let's try and rush on. Aside learning, next thing you can do in the space to open yourself up to those opportunities is connecting. This is like the main part of this whole thing. Forget the learning. No. If you learn and you don't connect with people, nobody will know you know what you know. I don't know if you understand. There's this thing my good friend used to always say. He said, best known product will always beat best product any day. You see Indomie. Indomie might not be the best noodles. But because you know Indomie, even if you want to go and buy another noodles, you are still calling it Indomie. They've done so much marketing, they've invested so much time in marketing to make sure that even when you like that thing has stuck in you that you want to buy Indomie. So that's why I'm saying you have to connect. Where I'm driving at is even if you are the Albert Einstein of cryptocurrency, if you are the Vitalik Buterin, if you don't connect with people, nobody will know what you know and actually hire you. So you have to connect with people. And the biggest gift God has given to us today is social media. I know like the kind of connection and the kind of people I've met through social media, it's mind-boggling. I'm not sure in my life I've anticipated I would have met those kind of people, and they've changed my life. So it's very key to connect with people. I am not so good at this local and international events connection where I go to events. You will not quickly see me in events. I'm trying so hard to go more, go to more events because it's very important. I meet really amazing people like you guys in events like this. I think I was here in this same ground at Alio Zikator, and I met a lot of people and I learned a lot. So it's not just about connecting with people online. You can come to conferences like this, come to hackathons, come to events like this and learn. This is one of the best ways. I think they are all intertwined, connecting and learning. You can learn online, you can connect with people, and I think that's like the easiest way to learn. and grow too. So very important, you have to connect with industry expert and enthusiasts. There are so many, I'm seeing some bosses here, are just the humble, at the help now. So you connect with them and learn. The next thing, how many minutes? 2 minutes. Okay, I'll just rush it up. The next thing you have to do is to build formidable structures and strategies that can land you job opportunities. That's like one other thing. You have to have a strategy. Even footballers in the football pitch, they do. Even if you have Ronaldo, Messi, and the likes in your team, if you don't have a strategy, you will not win games. So my strategy, my alpha to getting jobs, what I do is I most times I don't directly apply for jobs, and I try to connect more with people, and I try to do things differently. So I personally have built a portfolio for myself. I've also built a resume. I've tried to do research to know the kind of standard that's accepted in the industry too. So these are like strategies and structures I've set for myself to get jobs and to build. So I try to build portfolios that contain most of my current jobs and works I've worked on. My resume is I've tried to make sure it's up to standard, something that someone can look through, skim through, and see what I've done. And when you are using a resume, please try not to put so much into it in terms of don't load it up with so many these things. They don't read that stuff. That's the truth. Just put things that are actionable, things you have done. Prevent yourself from using the word like using words like generic words like worked in a team or worked in a team or succeeded in building a project. Make them own or your resume. Make them achievable to what you have done. Let the person read and be like, okay, he's actually telling me what he has done. He's not using generic. If you read, if you skim through resumes today, you see generic things like I've successfully built a team. I have grown a community from 100 people to 200. That's not what you should put in your resumes. You should put things like you put actionable things you have done. Like I worked on a project with Arena Games about 2-3 months ago. They sold their Genesis NFT and the whole thing got sold out in 24 hours. So instead of writing successfully sold out NFT this thing, I made mention of my role in it through my design ideas and design input. We were able to successfully sell out Genesis NFT in less than 24 hours. Reading that alone, you are going to see that I was actively involved in it, not just successfully sold out. Those things are generic. I don't know if you understand. So those are some of the strategies and structures you can put for yourself while building portfolios and resumes. And the last thing in this building is reputation. It's not about having the finest portfolio and resume. You have to build a good reputation. One message from a CMO to the CEO saying, I know this guy, he's very good at what he does. I think this Arena Games job, I did not apply for it. I just got a good recommendation from the CMO, head of marketing. And that was how I got it. So you have to have a good reputation. Don't scam people or don't do anyhow job or don't do things like that. Try and have and build a good reputation for yourself. Cardano opportunities, let me quickly skim through it. There are a lot of opportunities in the Cardano ecosystem, like developer opportunity, reviewer opportunities, DAO opportunities. DAOs are very, very important. Even if you are not in Cardano, DAOs are important. I have learned a lot and I've grown from DAOs. I worked with Backless DAO as a marketing contributor. I also worked with Grow DAO too. I learned a lot from DAOs. Like I am a better trade writer today because of what I've learned from Grow DAO. When we started at Grow DAO, we were writing trades and they were being scrutinized. Every time they will put red mark on the trade. How we do it, we write trades and put it in spreadsheets. And the marketing lead goes there and read those trades and then put suggestions and comments under those trades. When I started seeing, because when I used to previously work for other projects, when I get threads like that, right, I'll just write and submit and send. I was complacent. I used to write threads anyhow. But I got to learn things from him. under that within that 6 month period, how to structure threads better, how to actually deliver points without just writing threads. So these are some of the things you will learn from DAOs, and DAOs give you the opportunity to contribute to an ecosystem. Feel like you are actually a part of something, not just you are working for. I don't know if you understand. So that's how DAO works. DAO operates in a decentralized manner. So opportunities from synergies too. Where you can get opportunities from synergies mostly still through DAOs, because you meet people, you connect with people, you learn a lot, and you can build together. Networking opportunities, you are well aware of that. And then there's this extra I would like to share with you that let me put this back. Okay, yeah, extra. There's this extra I would like to share with you guys. No, for not telling you yet. Okay. Sorry. Okay, extra. This one is quite important. DAO contribution, airdrops, and interactions. I don't see one guy in his mask here. Okay, so you see this airdrop thing? There's more to it than many people know. It's not just by filling forms or doing entering communities and getting OG passes. There's more to it. You can actually, you see the third part of it, which is interaction. You can get more from interacting and contributing to an ecosystem. You can get airdrops from that. I know my bosses that earn Python airdrop. I'm seeing some of them here. They earn millions from Python. What they did was they actually worked for Python several years ago, if not about a year ago. They didn't get paid, but they just worked out. It was frustrating them for them. Or as they worked, I remember my brother worked and they gave him cap, face cap. When he came home, he said, I was waiting with this one. I waiting there. He said, how much? I asked him how long did he work. He said 3 months. And they gave you cap. I said, okay now. He was pissed at the fact that he got just cap for working for 3 months. But at the end of the day, I think 2 weeks ago or last week, Bytes gave an airdrop to people that contributed, and it was worth over, I think, 10 million or so in Naira. So that's it. Like I always say, crypto or the blockchain space will keep rewarding people who actively contribute. So even if you are putting in efforts now, you are not seeing money, keep contributing. And know how you are contributing. That's where learning comes in. Don't go and contribute in a project that work. Do know your fundamentals, know where to put your effort into. And over time, you will get rewards for it. So I think that's all. Let me drop the mic here. And I really appreciate